My name is Ryan Stillwell. I'm the owner here at Stillwell Risk Partners. We are a commercial insurance and risk management firm. One of the things we specialize in workers' compensation. And today, what I'm going to talk about is one of the key things you can look at to determine whether or not you're paying too much for your workers' compensation insurance. So with workers' compensation, there are some states that are called what we refer to as rate states. Like New Jersey is a rate state, for example. So everybody in the same classification gets the same rate. Now, there are modifiers that can be applied to that changes what you pay. But what I'm going to talk about here is in a state like Pennsylvania, where insurance companies can, file for different rates. They can charge you different amounts of money based on the type of work that you do, based on the risk profile that you have. And one of the key things that we can look at to determine kind of right off the bat is your rate reasonable? Is it high? Is it low? Is it average? Right. And the thing specifically that we're going to look at here is a loss cost multiplier, or LCM, right? So it's a loss cost multiplier, or LCM. The LCM is what they do is, your base rates are established for the classification, and the loss cost multiplier, or the LCM, is what is used to kind of determine how much more above that base rate that you're paying. So let me give you an example of what this looks like. So here you can see this is kind of the Pennsylvania loss cost, the LCM list for Pennsylvania. And I highlighted Travelers here because Travelers has a lot of different writing companies that they can use. Right. So a different writing company, right? These are all Travelers companies, but they are different writing companies that are all filed for different LCMs. And you can see their LCM listed here. So for example, if you have the Travelers Casualty Insurance Company of America, your LCM in Pennsylvania is 1.015, which is about as good as it can get, right? But if you have the Travelers Property Casualty Company of America, your LCM is 3.29, which is a really good indicator that you're paying well above the average rates for your classification, right? So this is just an example, and you can see those are the two ends of the spectrum. We've got a whole host of other numbers here: 2.2, 3.0, 1.69, right? So you kind of get the gist of it. And this is just a sampling of the insurance companies, writing companies that Travelers uses. So how do we look up your LCM, right? And that's kind of the main factor. It's pretty straightforward. Most of the time, this is public information. You can just do a Google search, Pennsylvania workers' comp LCMs, and that's how I found this spreadsheet, right? I just Googled it. It's not any type of, most of this information is public because insurance companies have to file their rates publicly, right? So that's a good way to kind of look up and see. So you have to be very specific about the writing company. It's going to appear on your policy, but if you have Travelers, it could be one of 20 different companies. So you have to make sure that you look on the policy closely to determine which one you have. And then, of course, there's always caveats to this, right? If you're in a class code that not a lot of insurance companies write, you may not have a lot of leeway, right? But if you're, let's say, a restaurant or a retail store, and you have an LCM of 3.0 and you don't have any claims, it's a good indicator that you're paying well above average on your workers' comp costs. And by contacting an independent broker, you can most likely find some insurance savings. Obviously, workers' comp is one of the things we specialize in here. So if you don't want to go through the search do a Google search and try and find the LCM list and everything like that, there are ways that we can look that up for you. So if that's the case, please feel free to just reach out to us, shoot me a DM, contact us by email, get to our website, and we'd be happy to tell you, you got a 1.2 and that's probably as good as you're going to get, or you got a 3.0 LCM and most likely you're paying more than double what you have to. My name is Ryan Stillwell. I am the owner of Stillwell Risk Partners. We help our clients take control of their risk.